I literally just got fired from my job 10 seconds ago. I'm going to just show you what happened. Hello, Mr. Boss. Hi, Charlie, do you have a minute to talk? I absolutely do. What can I do for you? So, you've just come up on my son's TikTok. You're doing coke? I mean, I've done coke. Charlie, you work for the NDIS. I'm going to need you to come in tomorrow morning around 9:30 and we can have a chat about it.
I just got fired from my job today. Didn't think I'd be making this video, but here we are.
I've been laid off. I don't have a fucking job. I'm unemployed. I have no income. Oh, I'm so Let's go to Starbucks.
So in today's video, we're going to look at people losing their jobs, mass layoffs, and we've already seen this out of lockdown when companies overhired and then really cut back, but we're sort of seeing like a second wave at the moment, and that's more due to the economic situation we're all in. So let's get stuck in.
I just got denied a job from Target. I have a fucking bachelor's degree. I spent 4 years on a bachelor's degree. And then my parents in great old America told me, go get your master's degree because that will absolutely solidify you a job. I can't get a cashier's job. I cannot get a minimum wage job. If I was not making money doing UGC on side shift, which literally anybody could do, a 5-year-old, I would be in a ditch. I wouldn't be able to pay to live. So I have to ask America, what are we doing? How are we supposed to make money? How are we supposed to live?
I can see things are a bit tough. She's had to get a shirt that's probably 3 sizes too big for her. So money's tight, and look, it's a bit upsetting that she's got a bachelor's degree. We don't know what in. She didn't really say that. But having a bachelor's degree doesn't really guarantee you any work. It doesn't really guarantee you any life skills or anything like that. Yeah, tertiary education now is so easy to get. People can do stuff online, and it's sort of watered down and made the job market a lot harder for people because there's so many people now with these degrees. So she's sort of realizing what that actually looks like. Now, we don't know, again, what this degree is in, but she's starting to feel the pinch of it.
I finally got hired in Australia, but then lost the job to a teenager. Yes, you heard it right. Here's what actually happened. I moved to Australia thinking I would find a job in a week. Clearly, I was wrong. I arrived during low season, which meant hospitality wasn't exactly desperate for staff. So I did everything I could. Got my RSA, fixed my resume the Australian way, set up profiles on Seek, Indeed, Jura, and Sidekicker, and started applying everywhere. Online, in person, cafes, bars, restaurants, hotels, liquor stores, shopping centers, you name it. And then I had my first trial. And unfortunately, I hated it. I even cried on my way out. Trial number 2, I tried not to get my hopes up, but I loved it. I genuinely felt like I had a job, and I did, for an hour. Then I lost it to a teenager. Eventually, I started doing a few event shifts, which kept me going, but nothing stable. At some point, I was just frustrated. I mean, how does someone with 2 degrees, years of hospitality experience, 4 languages struggle this much to get a basic job? And then I realized I wasn't the only one. Other people were going through the exact same thing. And weirdly, that made it easier. Then came trial number 3, and I finally got hired. So yeah, in the end, it took me a month to find a job with full-time hours. Just keep in mind that everyone's timeline is different. Some get it in a week, others take a month, but if you stay patient and keep going, it does work out.
Did you know that if you have an interview with Taco Bell, after your interview, an AI bot will message you? AI Bella. She'll message you and she'll tell you you're hired. You got the job. Your first day is July 1st. Fill out all this information and a manager will contact you shortly. A week goes by, it's July 1st and you hear nothing. So you go in the next day and the manager hides in the back and sends the manager below her while she talks about you. And he says, so you're not hired. That was the AI bot. Thank you so much for wasting my time. I just said, okay, and left. Taco Bell, What the hell? Why is this a possibility? Why do you have an AI bot that can hire people and not actually hire them?
That's hard. Especially going down there and having them say that. And that's what this top message actually says. The top message was that they can take legal action against the company. Now, I don't know if they actually can or not. But I mean, that AI bot is representing them, which is what this other person says. Yeah, it's your AI bot. So I don't know how they're able to just say, yeah, sorry about that, there was a mistake, and then that's it.
I just got fired from my job that I started 3 months ago with absolutely no conversation and no warning. I was told I was doing a good job, and last week my manager started ghosting me. And then I remembered today that she was going to Mexico for a week for a retreat and she probably wasn't gonna have a phone. So I'm like, how am I supposed to communicate with her? And so I go into the office this morning and we have a meeting, and then maybe 20 minutes later I get pulled in by her friend who's also a manager, and she sits me down and HR is on the screen and they're like, unfortunately you're just not meeting expectations and we have to let you go. Part ways. No severance, nothing. And my manager is in Mexico. So I hope your day is going better than mine.
Today I got fired from my job, and it's all because of that girl Maya. Man, she's seen the stuff that I was posting on social media, and since the day I started that job, I knew she had some hate in her heart for me. You know, I seen it coming, honestly. I seen it coming. I put in 12-hour days, 16-hour days, man. I would stay extra for this company, man.
Why'd you get fired?
I made a couple inappropriate statements to HR.
Pause. Let's bring in Valeria. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome off camera, but on the mic, our head of HR, Valeria. So where we just ended off, he got fired from a job 2 months ago. That's why I said he made a couple inappropriate comments to HR. I immediately paused to bring you in so that he can say what he said to HR while HR's in the room. What did you possibly say to your HR?
Honestly, I found her kind of attractive. I'm not gonna lie. So the first thing I kind of said to her was like, "Oh, you look kind of good today," and she's like, "Oh, thank you." And I'm a people person, okay? So I like to get to know somebody, okay? I was talking to her and I was like, "Yo, I love your dress. Do you wear that often?" And she started giving me this weird shoulder shrug. I didn't know that meant.
So pause there. Okay, he does that to you at the workplace.
Well, even without him doing all of that and giving me more information, just as he was describing the story, his body language and even some gestures here, I'm like, what is going on? What is going on?
We got some psychoanalysts here.
You're not even.
Oh man. Look, that's a lot. Caleb Hammer's great. It's very entertaining, and they do touch on the finances, which is really, really interesting. But that's insane. Saying that to your HR ref? Wow, that's a new one.
Somebody reported me to corporate office anonymously on purpose, and I know it was on purpose. I can't really say why, but somebody did this to get me fired. So, whoever it was, shout out to you, man. I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life recently, and this is just kind of the final blow.
So for those of you who don't know, this girl recorded herself getting terminated in a corporate meeting and then posted it online without the other people knowing. So it went super viral. It was everywhere. But I've actually got the clip of the second part of this, so you actually get to see the fallout from all this. So we'll have a look at that after, because it's eye-opening.
Hey, Brittany.
Hi.
Yes, I'm so sorry. My name's Rosie. I'm just joining the call. Nice to meet you. I'm on the HR team.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Thanks for meeting with me and Rosie. We have an important meeting today. We finished our evaluations of 2023 performance. This is where You have not met Cloudflare expectations for performance. We've decided to part ways with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Sure.
So I started August 25th. I've been on a 3-month ramp, and then it was 3 weeks of December, and then a week of Christmas, and then here we are. I have had the highest activity amongst my team. Since I've started, I have had 3 contracts out, done a really great job managing my deals up until the very end that decided not to close last minute. So I don't think that makes a lot of sense for me in my Cloudflare journey here so far.
Wow.
Hi guys, it's been a while. I have been on a no social media, I had to get away from TikTok break, Menti B as they call it. I've been struggling a lot with my anxiety and been feeling so overwhelmed with the amount of people that have reached out to me and contacted me. And I think I really understood the magnitude of how many people have seen that video and know of me and know about me. And it was a lot. Really kind of made me like, my anxiety has just skyrocketed and been dealing with like daily anxiety, daily panic attacks, and being on TikTok was just all too much, and all just kind of reminded me of how crazy my life has been lately. And I'm having a hard time adjusting, so that's kind of why I've taken a break.
Yeah, well, that is the other side of it. And, you know, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and that's what those things are. Like, you just got to be careful. You can't be, you are representing the company all the time. So by not doing things the best way, she obviously wanted to show her friends or family or whatever, but that's now snowballed and everyone's seen it, which is going to make it super hard for any other employment opportunity that she goes for, or any time that she goes to apply for anything else. People are going to know her. They're going to know her name. They're going to know her story and what she's done. And no company's going to want to take that on and have a potential part 2 to that. So she really has sort of damaged herself there. But that's it for the unemployment video. I just wanted to start off on something really light. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it.